Alright guys, so as you can see I'm already on my dashboard, and today I want to show you my trade from Monday. And yeah, with this trade I made over $1,000 in I think 30 minutes, and I will explain my strategy. So if you want to see that, watch the full video. And as you can see here, I already prepared the setup I took on Monday. It was actually a perfect power of 3 setup, also combined with premium discount. You can see it here, and we had a really strong S&T here. So I think this is a really good example people can learn from, and it's actually a really good example from my model. So I think the first thing I want to say, so with this strategy I've already made over $18,000 in payouts. My biggest payout so far was $5,000, and of course this doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, practice and consistency, but if you stick to it, anyone can get there. I'm going to say that because please do not expect big payouts in the next few weeks once you started trading this model, because I think it's still really dynamic, and it's also, there's a lot of room for interpretation. So I think we're not going to take the same trades. I mean, I'm happy for this if that's the case, but I think most people also need some time to practice the model. But if you stick to it, you can get really nice payouts, and it can be a nice side hustle, or I mean, full-time is also a big role, but yeah. So the first thing I did was I was already checking out, okay, what was the daily doing? So I'm always starting on the daily candle, and what I saw, okay, we had the daily open and we went up straight. So you can see here on the daily chart, I think I'm just going to open the chart, just loading a bit, sorry for this. So you can see here the daily candle, we've already created a low, so this is the daily candle, and you can see here the blue line is the daily open, and you can see we already created a wick. And we can see we are in an uptrend, so we had this strong manipulation down here, but now since then we had green candles in a row. And so I was like, okay, I want to look for longs, and then I was like, okay, is there any liquidity target? And yeah, there was this alt high here, and you can see we actually did not hit the target completely, so I think it was really close. I think there was still some space. But I will explain it later, the reason why I decided to still close this trade in profit, and it was a good decision because you can see price dumped after. And that's it. So my target was here, this line, and my buyers were bullish. So I was like, okay, I don't want to look for shorts here. And that's it. So now I think what we can do here is go on the 1 minute chart, because that's, I think, most of the time the time frame I'm going to choose. And so what do I look for? What is important for me? So on this day, I was waiting until 9:30, because most of the time I'm always waiting for the 9:30 open. That's the New York open. But most of the time I'm also trying to avoid trading in the first 10 minutes, because it's really like the price is moving really fast. You can get stopped out immediately. But what I realized already at first, so you can see here is the 9:30 open. I think I'm just going to mark it out on NQ, but also on ES, because now it's important. So here's the open 9:30. I think I do the line in green, and you can see we immediately traded away from it. And on ES, I think, just give me some time. Just want to draw it out as well. Here, perfect. So here was the 9:30, and you can see we had a lot of sideways action around this level. And actually, it's also, I think this will be another video, but I took this short from here. So I was actually shorting ES before I took my long here on NQ. But you can see NQ was really bullish and ES was more, really bearish. So I was like, okay, I'm looking for longs, so I'm not trading ES today for longs. I mean, I shorted ES, but I think you understand this. So I was like, okay, when I trade NQ, I only want to look for longs. And to be honest, from 9:30 open to 10 AM, there was actually no setup, because you can see we made high after high and there was no chance for me to get in. So I closed my short on ES and waited for 10 AM, and now power of 3 becomes a really important role. So you can see the 9 AM candle here on the right. So these are the hourly candles. And you can see 9 AM closed really strong and bullish as well. Like we had a really high close here. And this is also one of the reasons most of the time 9 AM sets the manipulation. and 10 a.m. continues to go in this direction. So we had 9 a.m. manipulation here. We have a long wick to the downside, and also we had a really strong close here. So of course 10 a.m. will be a bullish candle, but you want to wait until you get a great position. Like, you don't randomly just want to long in. You want to wait for the perfect moment. And what I did was like, okay, I want to long in a cheap price. So I started to do premium discount. You can see it here. So I was like, okay, I want to hit price. I want to see price reacting bullish from the 0.5 level. And you can see actually it worked perfectly. Like, you can see we hit the 0.5 level here, and price started to change the market structure on the lower time frame. So I was like, okay, now I want to get in. And you can also see, I think we can do this in replay mode. You can see, and that's what we want to do. We want to see the 10 a.m. candle to open up against the order flow. So I already said, okay, I'm expecting 10 a.m. to be a bullish candle, but now you can see the candle was red before, but it makes no sense. And also we almost created no manipulation wick to the upside. So there was no reason that the 10 a.m. candle will close bearish like this. And that's what I want to see. And then I was like, okay, now I'm just waiting for the first inversion for value gap getting ignored. And that's what we had here. I'm going to mark this out in blue. And you can see price closed above. So I was like, okay, I'm opening my long position here. And then that's what I always do, stop loss below the low. I was looking at first for the first high here. And now you can see it played out perfectly. And also an important role for me, what gave me a lot of confidence was, I think I already mentioned this in the beginning. We had this really nice SMT here at the beginning, and you can see like ES literally took this low here again, and NQ was just flying higher. So I was like, okay, I really want to take this position, and it worked really well. You can see here we hit the target, and then I just closed my position here, and also locked out my account. And I think that's it. Like, this is how you can trade. I think this works actually every second day on NQ. Like, you can get a really nice win rate with this model. And that's it. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and see you next time.